Good morning everyone, myself Shlokesh Mani and today I am here to teach you chemistry. Basically in chemistry what we are going to learn about elements and compounds. So since I am here to teach you chemistry, you first of all should know what is chemistry. Chemistry, it is a branch of science. It is a branch of science only that deals with the property and composition and structure of a substance. Means its properties, ability to react and interact with other substances, composition, what it is made up of, and the structure you will not study right now. When you will go ahead and opt for organic chemistry, chemistries are of different type, like for organic chemistry, inorganic chemistry, okay, inorganic, physical, okay, and many more. So when you opt for organic chemistry, you study the structure of a substance, okay. Then next topic is about what? Definition of matter. What is matter? Anything that has mass, any substance you can say that has mass and occupies space is called matter. ठीक है. अब you people might get confused between mass and weight. You people might think that mass is something related to weight. They both are same. No, they are not same. There is a huge difference. See, mass is the amount of matter. Okay, mass is the amount of matter in an object. Amount of matter. ठीक है, amount of matter in an object. Weight is the force exerted on an object by gravity. Okay, it is a force which is exerted by gravity on an object. That is called its weight. Understood? How can you find weight? There is a formula. Weight equals to m into g. What is m into g? You don't know what is m into g. Weight, whenever you have to find weight, you have to multiply mass into gravity. Okay, whenever you will multiply mass into gravity, you will get weight. Okay, then our second topic is composition. What is matter made up of? Okay, so matter is made up of molecules, and those molecules are made up of small, tiny, unseeable substances called atoms. See, molecules can exist independently in nature, but a single atom cannot. Okay, and when atoms combine, when atoms combine, they form molecules, and when molecules combine, they form matter. Okay, when molecules combine, they form matter. This much is clear. Then states of matter. What are states of matter? Matter exists in three states. Those three states are solid, liquid, and gas. So let me give you an example. If you take water and freeze it, it becomes solid, and if you melt that ice again, it becomes liquid. And when you, after melting that, the liquid which you have got, the water, after that if you evaporate it, it turns into gas. Okay, so I think I've explained you all the three states of water with the help of this example. See, now next topic is classification of matter. Matters are classified into what substance, into which thing. So they are classified mainly into two substances. They are elements and compounds. No, they are pure substances and impure substances. Pure substances and impure substances. Pure substance comprise of elements and compounds, whereas impure substance comprise of mixtures. Okay, so pure substance comprise of elements and compounds. About elements you will learn in this video, and compound in another. Impure, they comprise of mixture. Okay, now our next topic is properties of a pure substances. What are the properties of pure substances? Okay, so it is made up of only one kind of atom or molecule. Yes, pure substances are made up of only one kind of atom and molecules. Has uniform composition and definite properties. Since they are made up of one kind of atom, they have uniform composition and definite properties. has fixed melting and boiling points. Okay, components cannot be separated by some physical methods. Yes, components cannot be separated by some physical methods, and if you use any chemical method as well, pure substances in pure substances, with the help of you can say chemical methods, you can break down compound, but with the help of chemical method you cannot break down elements. Why? Because elements are made up of only one kind of atom, which cannot be broken down into more similar parts. So using with any kind of method, physical method, chemical method, whatever, you cannot break down elements. Why? Because they are made up of only one kind of atoms, which cannot be further broken down into more similar parts. Okay, now see, next topic is elements. What are elements? Elements are pure substances. It is a kind of pure substance made up of one kind of atom, as told, that cannot be broken out into simpler part by any physical or chemical means. Yes, I explained you this thing. What? That they are made up of only one kind of atom and cannot be broken down into more simpler substances. Yes, they cannot be broken into more simpler substances by any mean, physical mean and chemical mean. They cannot be broken into more simpler substances. For example, iron. Iron is an element because it is made up of only iron atoms. Okay. Since iron, why is iron an element? Because it is made up of only iron atoms. It is not made up of any carbon atom or any other. Okay. Example: carbon, sodium, silicon, aluminum, silver, gold, oxygen, and hydrogen. They all are elements. Okay. But now here you might think that why is oxygen and hydrogen? My dear, I told you, anything that has mass and occupies space. So in that, gas also comes. So they are the pure gas. They are made up of only their kind of atoms and cannot be broken down into more simpler parts. Okay. Now, third is classification of matters. Elements. In what parts are element classified? Okay, matters are also classified into two parts. They are pure and impure substances. Then again, pure substances are comprised into two parts. What are those two parts? What are those two parts? Elements and compounds. And then impure substances are comprised into one part, that is mixture. Okay, so elements are also classified into metals, non-metals, and metalloids. Now, first, metal properties. They are usually hard, non-brittle, and shining solid. Okay, what are they? They are usually hard, non-brittle, and they have shining. They are like, they shine every time. Okay, you can see the property of shining, okay, in them. Exceptions. What are exceptions? Chemistry is full of exceptions. Sodium and potassium, they are so soft that they can be cut with knife. Okay, now right now I told you that elements are usually hard, but my dear, see properly, I have said they are usually hard, not every time, usually. So there are some exceptions. Sodium and potassium. Okay, sodium, 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 which is Na. Okay, and potassium, sorry, spelling is wrong. Potassium, see, potassium. Okay, potassium means Ka. Potassium stands for its Latin name. Latin name of potassium is kalium. Okay, what is the Latin name of this? It is kalium, and its SI, you can say its symbol is K. Only K. Only K. Okay, so they are so soft. They are kind of metal. Okay, they are not non-metal. They are a kind of metals, but they are not so solid. They are so soft that they can be easily cut with a knife. Okay, Now mercury is also a kind of metal, but it is the only metal that is liquid at room temperature. Okay, mercury is the only metal that is liquid at room temperature. So these are the exceptions. Examples of metals: aluminium, tin, copper, iron, magnesium. In aluminium, tin, iron, copper, you can see the properties of usually being hard, okay, non-brittle, and shining. These properties you can usually see in them. Okay. Next topic. Next topic is non-metals. What are non-metals? Non-metals are usually dull in appearance, brittle, and have very poor conductivity. They are usually dull in appearance. Okay. They have the property of being non-shining, brittle, and have poor conductivity. Poor conductivity means they cannot be used to generate electricity and energy, etc. But there are some exceptions. Exceptions are there everywhere. What are those exceptions? See, bromine. Bromine is the only non-metal that is liquid at room temperature. Okay, bromine is the non-metal which is liquid at room temperature. One exception is this, which is about bromine. Okay, bromine. Graphite. Right now, here we said that non-metals are poor conductivity. They have poor conductivity, but graphite, in the form of carbon, which is a non-metal, it is a good conductor of electricity. So there are some exceptions which you need to learn and understand. Now, examples of non-metals. They are carbon, sulfur. Sulfur, I think spelling is wrong written here. Okay, it will be Sulphur. Okay, it is a kind of non-metal which is in solid state. Okay, it exists in solid state. Now metalloids. Metalloids. See, metalloids are some elements that possess property of metal and of non-metal. Means they possess the property of metals also and of non-metals also. Okay. Examples of silicon, boron, arsenic, antimony, germanium. Okay, these are some of the examples of metalloids. Noble gases. Noble gases, they are unreactive non-metals. They are a kind of non-metals. Okay. They occur in gaseous state in air and traces. Means, first of all, they are unreactive non-metals. Okay. They occur in gaseous state. Means they are a kind of non-metal only, but occur in gaseous state and are present in air and traces. Examples are helium, neon, argon, and krypton. These are some of the examples of noble gases, which are a kind of non-metals. Okay. Now see, after that we are going to talk about atoms of an element. Means now we were talking about atoms, we were talking about different type of elements. We are going to talk about atoms of an element. An element contains which kind of atoms? First of all, the smallest unit of an atom. What element? What is atom? Atom is the smallest unit of element. In my previous video, when I was teaching biology, digestive system, I told you that basic unit of a life is cell. So in this way, basic unit of element is atom. Subatomic particles. What are particles of an atom? An atom में कितने particles होते हैं? उसके subatomic. पहले होता है proton, electron और neutron. Let me explain you this with the help of diagram. See, it will not be as appropriate, but yes, this much appropriate it will be that you will be able to understand the things. First, this, and this. See, now, proton, electron, and neutron. So, see, electron is present here. Electron is present here. Then, proton and neutron are present here. Okay. So see, protons, they are positively charged and are found inside the nucleus. What is nucleus? This whole circle which you can see around this. Okay. Proton and neutron are present inside a hard dense central core. This central core which you can see, that is nucleus. That is nucleus. Okay, though that hard central core is nucleus. Then electrons, the negatively charged particles. Okay, here you can see electrons, the negatively charged particles which move in fixed circular path called energy shells. This fixed circular path is called energy shells. Okay, electrons move in fixed circular path around them only, which is energy shells. Then neutrons. Neutrons, they carry no charges and are found inside this nucleus. They neither carry positive charges nor negative charges. Okay, they are present inside nucleus, which is a hard, dense central core. Okay. Now practice questions. Here I have prepared some questions for you which you need to practice and your knowledge will be tested here only. First question is define matter and name its three states. Okay, think I told you anything that has mass and occupies space. See, you can take the screenshot and practice later on, but if you want the answer keys and understand it properly, you should hear right now. See, define matter and its three states. So anything that has mass and occupies space. Okay, anything that has mass. Okay, anything that has mass and occupies space is called matter. Okay, नेम थ्री स्टेट्स. मैटर के थ्री स्टेट्स क्या होते हैं? तो ये आपको क्लासिफाई करने को नहीं कहना है, आपको थ्री स्टेट्स बताने हैं. तो दे आर सॉलिड, लिक्विड एंड गैस. ये थ्री स्टेट्स होते हैं. What is pure substances? List two of its character. So pure substances are the substances. They are made up of one kind of atom. Okay, pure substances. No, that is the property of element. Okay, that is the property of element. But pure substances is a which is made up of. It has definite composition and properties. Okay, it has definite composition and properties. That is called pure substances. List its two characteristics. Okay, so first is it has uniform composition and definite properties, and then next one is that the components of a pure substance cannot be separated by simple physical methods. Okay, understood. First is that it has uniform composition and definite properties. Then another one is that it is the components of a pure substances cannot be separated by some physical methods. Okay. Third, differentiate between metal and non-metal based on the physical state and appearance. Means now you have to give their physical state and appearance. So metal possess some of the properties such as being hard. Okay, they possess the properties such as being hard. Talking about metals. Okay, I'm talking about metals. Property of being hard. They are shining and non-brittle. These are the properties of what? Metal. And non-metal, they just opposite. Okay, just opposite to metal means they include the properties of, they have dull appearance. Okay, they have dull appearance, poor conductivity. Okay, but there are some exceptions. Conductivity and non-shining. Okay, these are the examples. These are the properties. ठीक है. Now let's see the fourth question, which is identify the only liquid metal and the only liquid non-metal which is liquid at room temperature. So first of all, if we are going to talk about the liquid non-metal, that will be mercury. Okay, no, if you are going to talk about the liquid which is liquid metal which is only liquid at room temperature, metal liquid. Okay, so if you're talking about metal liquid, then it will be mercury. Non-metal, it will be bromine. Okay, these are the examples. Fifth question, what are the three subatomic particles of an atom and where are they located? Okay, so three subatomic particles. They are, means the part of an atom also. Okay, they are neutron, proton, proton, electron. Okay, proton are positively charged, electrons are negatively charged, and they do not carry any charges. Do not. Okay. Now, where are they located? So, see, proton and neutron are also present inside a fixed dense circular core, okay, called nucleus. And these neutrons, they move, okay, they move in fixed circular path, okay, that is called energy shells. These are electrons, and the circular paths, you can say, is the shells, yeah, energy shells. Now, sixth, explain why iron is considered an element while a mixture of sand and salt is not. See, this question is from another topic, but if it has come, so let me explain you. Iron is considered an element. Why? Because it is made up of only one part of iron is considered an element because it is made up of only one kind of atom, whereas sand and salt is not, because it is made up of different composition of sand and salt. Okay, so this was all about elements and compounds. I have explained you everything which is related to elements. Now if you want to study about compounds also, then I am going to create a video of part 2 in which I will give the same topic will in the same way the topic will be explained, and it will be for the compounds. Okay, so now the questions which I have given, practice those questions, study from your textbooks as well. Let's meet in the second part. Okay, till then study yourself because now I have explained. Okay, and my second part video will be based on compounds, okay, in which detailed description of compound will be given. Okay, so bye, take care, bye everybody, bye, bye.